Hi everyone, it's Giselle with another message for today. I want to talk about detachment, but the good kind of detachment, not the one that you do when you're upset and feeling resentment. I just had a reading with one of my clients, and he hadn't spoken to me for a while, probably a month, I would say. He said that within that month, he disconnected all of his subscriptions to Twin Flame channels because he felt that it was a time to do some inner work and soul searching and not be influenced by any others' opinions, especially readings. The thing with readings is that they can keep you stagnant for longer than you need to be because you're so dependent upon the outcome of that reading and what that particular reader channels for that particular, the reading. Um, I know this is why I personally moved away from readings. I don't personally subscribe to those channels anymore. I know I did way in the beginning about, when I first got on the twin flame path with my actual twin flame about 2 years ago. I was very much stuck every single week, well, more than week. Every single day, I would look for new readings, looking for answers, looking for clues, because I didn't trust my own intuition, which really, sadly, I should have, really, because your intuition is your best guidance system. And he proved this to himself when he switched off from getting those regular readings and just going within. And what he discovered in this last month is feeling more complete within himself than ever before. And he called me up for a session because he was a bit unsure whether that was a good thing or a bad thing. But I said to him, this is really step one that we should have all done on this journey, but too many people get so enamored by step 2 or 3, the steps after this one basically, that they forget to do step one. Because I know I've said this a lot during my past videos, is that this journey is about you as a person completing yourself, feeling whole and complete within yourself first and foremost, through giving yourself love. So developing your self-love, developing your self-worth. And only then are you ready for step 2, which is working on your partnership. We get trapped in this momentum of trying to do things in order of a normal relationship, but what we sometimes don't understand fully is that this twin flame connection is not a traditional or normal relationship. This is something extraordinary, and so we cannot treat it as such. And this is what I said to him, is that two incomplete people will not make a whole when they come together. They will still be incomplete, and the relationship will still be incomplete. This is why so many normal, quote unquote, normal relationships are very lacking and very codependent, because the two people that have come together are not whole and complete within themselves, and they think that they will find wholeness within that other person or being with that other person. This is why, you get these cliche lines in films like, you complete me. What it should come down to is you completing yourself first and foremost, and only then will you be ready to step into a union with somebody else. Basically, you have your inner union within yourself first, and then the union between two people. So I said to him, this is completely amazing that he, through disconnecting from twin flame channels and from getting too deep into the reading side of things, is, to do some soul searching and feeling that completeness within himself. For the longest time, he wasn't able to move on, not from his twin flame, but to do things that would make him happy and fulfilled, to basically follow his dreams with regards to work, because he thought that doing that would risk him losing his twin flame due to having more of a geographical distance between them. But now he's going for it, and that's totally amazing, because you cannot be dependent, and you cannot act out of fear or doubt or actually, in this case, not act out of fear and doubt, because you think that acting will cause a distance between you two geographically, and therefore you wouldn't be able to come together because you are what seems to be far apart. But the universe has beautiful ways of bringing you together when you are open and ready to accept through completeness. Because the thing that makes this journey stagnant is the incompleteness and the unwillingness, or perhaps the not knowing, that you have to be whole and complete first. This love is too great and too intense for you to come into it when you're not whole and complete within yourself. You cannot treat it like a normal relationship. And I know that I've entered many normal relationships being not whole and complete, just being half the person, having a lot of doubt and not having the self-love and the self-worth at an acceptable level. So I know that that isn't what I wanted, and this is why I've asked the universe for this love, to make myself experience the ultimate. And it pushes you to the ultimate first. But this is such an encouraging session that I had with this client, because now he is confirming what I've been feeling with some of my other clients, but also mainly with the last dream message that I posted regarding my divine masculine, is the emotional completeness, the emotional readiness that they feel within themselves. And really, once you're in the right place, you're going to accept and acknowledge that having someone who is whole and complete within themselves is far better than having someone who feels incomplete, insecure, unworthy, lacking in self-love, and therefore unable to love you completely. Because how can you expect to love someone if you do not love yourself? It'll be the wrong kind of love. It'll be the codependent, doubting, fearing kind of love. And this connection won't be able to accommodate that. So step one, above all else, is find that whole and completeness within yourself. And only then will you be able to achieve the ultimate. Otherwise, there'll always be this back and forth, getting together, breaking up again, getting together, breaking up again, getting together, breaking up again. If you want to make space and make coming together for good a reality, then you need to seek that whole and completeness within yourself first. Love yourself first. And make sure that your self-worth is the highest it could possibly be. And then you will be ready. But then you'll be so ready that it won't even matter to you anymore. And that's the perfect place to be. You're going to be in such a state of, I am so ready and so in love with life, with myself, that whether I get together with this person or whether I don't, do you know what? It's not actually going to bother me anymore. I know that my life is not dependent upon this person, and that whether they do or don't come back to me, I'm going to be okay. I'm not going to die. Whereas before it might have felt like you were going to. Now, without them, whether they're there or not, actually, it doesn't matter. And that is an amazing place to be. And I know that he was kind of concerned a little bit when he called me up and said, this is how I feel. Whether they're part of my life or not, I'm actually going to be okay. Is that bad? I said, of course not. You've just acknowledged that you are the center of your universe, that you are making yourself whole and complete. And through doing that, you'll be unstoppable, and you'll have the universe yielding to you and giving to you everything that you've asked for. You don't need to ask again. The universe already knows. But now that you've gotten yourself into a state of wholeness and completion, there is only endless opportunities now for you to receive what it is that you're wanting. So I hope that this message has helped and encouraged you. And if you're feeling this way, that you better understand where you are headed. If you'd like a session with me, then all my details are in the description box. Thank you to everyone for listening and have a beautiful day. Namaste.